Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney. Brent Apperson is still away alongside a baseball field, getting ready for another broadcast of the state tournament today at 1 o'clock. Broken Bow is 1-1. American Legion Post here in the area is 1-1 at the state tournament. They lost 6-2 yesterday in a very good game, but unfortunately came up a bit short to last year's state champion. So no harm, no foul there. They're still in the tournament, and Brand is excited to bring you their game today. That's expected to start right around 1 o'clock. You'll hear it on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com as well, if you just want to pick it up on your device, wherever you go. So that's set up, and Brent's excited to bring that to you. As he said at the end of the game yesterday, folks, it's not over. This team played well and continues to play well. Get a little slump in the hitting yesterday in that particular game, but they've been hitting the ball well, and so we hope that they'll rebound. But good luck to the American Legion team that represents Custer County and Central Nebraska. They are at the state tournament, and we'll have that for you at 1 o'clock today. Let's take a look at the Prairie Pioneer menu for today. And today they're having goulash, peas, and fruit. The number to call if you're bringing a guest or it's your first time to enjoy a meal with them, call them at 872-6121. And you can also use that same number to set up home delivery, which is very, very nice. Just takes a little bit of paperwork to get that done. All right, let's take a look at birthdays. Before I forget, let's take care of birthdays here. Let's see, it's Barack Obama, former president, 44th president of the United States. First African-American president is 64 today. Greta Gerwig is 42. She's an actress and director, made her debut with the 2017 indie film Lady Bird, and then brought on the blockbuster Barbie film as the director, I believe. Jeff Gordon, 54, race car driver. He's considered one of the most influential drivers in NASCAR history, and now is an announcer on Fox Sports NASCAR coverage. Roger Clemens is 64 today, of course, famous Major League pitcher, 11-time All-Star, who is a 2-time World Series champion. Unfortunately, he had some penalties against him for enhancement of his performance, and that's kind of a stain on his record. But still, before that, a Hall of Fame pitcher, all-time star, 11 All-Star, and 2-time World Series champion. Billy Bob Thornton is 70 today, actor-director, the star of the streaming series Landman. Also wrote, directed, and starred in the film Sling Blade, and starred in Monsters Ball and many, many other films. Jerry Cooney. You might remember Jerry as a boxer. He's 69 today. Former heavyweight champ, runs an organization that helps retired boxers find jobs and also hosts a satellite radio show. Well, Boeing is having some troubles, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. A couple different issues that they have going on right now that is in front of us here this morning. And lots of other fun subjects we're going to be talking about, probably funner than the Boeing situation, but we have some things we'll be telling you about this morning. We have guests coming in, and we have more birthdays to celebrate locally. A happy birthday goes out to Jack Simpson's mom. Hey, Mom, up in Taylor area, happy birthday to you. And a belated happy birthday to Randy Leapart, his birthday just a couple of days ago. So, Randy, this one's for you.
Oh, Grandpa wore his suit and nearly every day. No particular reason, he just dressed that way. Round necktie.
John Prine. That sounded so good for Randy's birthday. How about a double shot?
Woke up this morning, put on my slippers, walked in the kitchen and died. And oh, what a feeling when my soul went through the
All right, John Prine for you on this Monday morning. Please Don't Bury Me and Grandpa Was a Carpenter back-to-back for you in honor of Randy Leapart's birthday this past weekend. And again, happy birthday, Mom, out there in Taylor. Jack's mom celebrating a birthday today as well. All right, let's take a look at our game question. And we've got some American television show questions for you. Just started those last week. And the prize will be, if you answer correctly, KCNI KBBN will donate $5 to the Inclusive Playground fundraiser at North Park Elementary School. So if you answer correctly, you're giving $5 to that effort. We're going to continue to do that for quite a while. We're going to try to give away $25 a week. So listen carefully what you know about American television shows. In what early courtroom drama might you have seen Paul Drake rushing to the courtroom with startling new evidence to help his friend with the trial case? Was it The Defenders, Law and Order, Barnaby Jones, or Perry Mason? In what courtroom drama might you have seen Paul Drake rushing to the courtroom with new evidence to help his friend win his trial? Was it The Defenders, Law and Order, Barnaby Jones, or Perry Mason? Give us a call at 872-2801. If you answer correctly, you'll be making a donation to the Inclusive Playground fundraiser at North Park Elementary. Give us a call.
Good morning. Good morning.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Building something big or just tackling a do-it-yourself project, whatever your vision, they've got the supplies you need to make it happen at Ansley Lumber and Supply. From lumber to paint, tools to hardware, Ansley Lumber and Supply has it all, with top quality products at unbeatable prices. And with their friendly expert staff, you'll get the advice you need to get your job done right. Visit them today in downtown Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open Saturday, 8 until noon.
Reap big bucks when you sow food plot seed mixes from Arrow Seed. Food plots help develop healthier wildlife populations by providing a high-quality, nutritious food source. Arrow Seed offers a full line of perennial mixes, including Full Potential and Trophy Banquet. Crunch and Munch, Brassica Plus, Deer Delight, and Green Screen are annual food plot mixes. Mixes can be planted in the spring or fall. Plant some on your site and watch the buck grow. Stop by your local Arrow Seed dealer, visit arrowseed.com, or like Arrow Seed's Facebook page to learn more about food plots and how they can work for you.
And we have Sammy on the line. Good morning, Sammy. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Thanks for calling in and answering the question off the air. Let's do it on the air. In the early courtroom drama where you might have seen Paul Drake rushing into the courtroom to help his friend with the trial case, defenders, Law and Order, Barnaby Jones, or Perry Mason?
Perry Mason.
Perry Mason is correct. Let me get my bell. Almost forgot the bell, Sammy. Do you still watch the show?
Every once in a while, I do.
Yeah, I catch it every once in a while in the old black and white. I like watching black and white and the old dramas, simpler times, I guess. So, Sammy, you've just donated $5 through KCNI KBBN. We'll make the donation for you to the Inclusive Playground. Appreciate you calling in.
You're welcome, and I'm glad I can help.
You bet. Have a great day.
You too, thanks.
You bet, Sammy. 7:43. We've got grocery cart specials for you on the way, and also some points that you can get on meat. And we're going to concentrate on the meat specials today at the grocery cart, so keep it right here. for you this morning. It's Single Working Women's Day, celebrating all the single ladies out there balancing life and work and the important role they play in our communities. No doubt. So, yeah, thank you very much, single working women. Appreciate you very much. And this day is set aside for you. All right, let's talk a little bit about a concert coming up. And Ellen Mortensen was in last week to talk about it, but we want to remind you again about the Living Out Loud show, which is coming up, a free outreach event in a relaxed outdoor setting to promote Christian fellowship with the purpose to glorify Jesus Christ through Christian music, testimony, and other talents as he provides. This year event will be held on August 16th, later this month. It starts at 4:45 at Lake Helen in Gothenburg. They've really fixed things up there. It's a great venue, and the event is free to attend. They'll have Torrin Wells, We Are the Messengers, Charity Gale, Band Reeves, and Claire Leslie all performing, sharing the experience of someone who attended this event. They'll have testimony times and all sorts of activities going. Lives are touched and hearts are healed when they gather. So bring a friend who needs encouragement. You never know how God might move that day. Living Out Loud coming up August, and that is at the Gothenburg Lake there. It's beautiful Lake Helen, and they'll have 4 or 5 acts for you, national acts that if you follow a Christian contemporary, you probably know, and they'll have that set up for you in later this month in August. Where's that date? I'm looking for the date. I read it. It's here somewhere. The 14th of August, you betcha. That's coming up. So write that down, put that on your to-do list, and take it in. That free will offering will be taken. All right, let's take a look at the grocery cart specials. And I want to concentrate on the meat rewards. Maximize your points each week with your meat purchases. So if you spend $25 on meat in 1 week, you earn 1,500 points. That would be used to reduce the cost of your gas or to cash in on the points items that they have running through August 17th. If you spend $50, you get 2,500 points and get 25% off a gallon of gas that week. The 1,500 points on the $25 purchase gets you 15 cents off. Then if you spend $75 in meat in 1 week, you get 50 cents off a gallon of gas that week. If you spend $100 on meat in 1 week, 7,500 points, so it's 75 cents off a gallon of gas. And if you spend $150 in meat in 1 week, 10,000 points or $1 off a gallon of gas that week. And that is out at Trotter's Woe and Go West. So those are some big discounts, and it's not too hard to spend a bit of money on meat, as you know. Let's take a look now if I can get it to pop up here. It takes a little bit of time, but if you want to look yourself, go to the Grocery Cart weekly ad and take a look. We're concentrating on meat today, but there's many other specials that you can cash in on. And, of course, they also have the tag specials around the store that they put up, probably doing that right now for this week, and the unadvertised specials that you can take advantage of. So here are some specials on meat, so you can save on the actual purchase and then build up those points. They have 85% lean ground beef at $5.28 a pound, boneless pork loins for $1.98 a pound, eye of round steak or roast for $6.48 a pound, lean and tender pork cutlets for $2.68 a pound. They also have lunch meats on special this week. And let's see what they have here. They have the smoked slice family pack bacon at $16.48. They have the jumbo lunch meat package for $4.98. And they have some Jimmy Dean pork sausage on special this week as well, and Ballpark beef franks for $4.98. So lots of meat specials. And, of course, don't forget about the dairy deals, the frozen foods, and just general savings on specials they have from chips to dip to pop. It's all there for you at the Grocery Cart. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. And now the road is all opened up, so no problems there. But if you notice the front parking lot is full, do not worry about it. There's plenty of parking on the west side of the store. And again, the grocery cart opens 7 days a week for you here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Ah, yes, Pure Prairie League Kentucky moonshine for you here on this Monday morning. Do want to make a correction. Couldn't find that date. Used my memory, and my memory failed. So the Livin' Out Loud concert coming up at Gothenburg at Lake Helen is on August 16th. August 16th. And I need to change the calendar from July to August. How about you? This is the 4th day of August already. Let's talk real quick about Sergeant Pipe. They are looking for a good employee. Sergeant Pipe currently has an opening for a night shift CNC operator in Broken Bow. It's an inside air-conditioned facility, and that's where you'll be working. The duties include, but are not limited to, operation of the CNC machining equipment, the ability to use precision tools to measure work carefully, and the ability to inspect work and maintain quality control, which meets the company's standards. And you'll also get a chance to operate a forklift. This position is a 4-night per week job, Monday through Thursday. If you're interested, please call 308-872-6477 or fill out an application to the website. The website is sergeantpipe.com/careers. And check it out. 4 nights a week inside, and you get to learn a lot of cool things, and it certainly helps if you have some experience in some of these areas, but do not let that deter you from applying, because they're looking for somebody who really wants to do a great job and work. So call them at 308-872-6477, 872-6477. It's always nice to have you folks along. Appreciate you each and every day listening and supporting KCNI, KBBN, and the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Here's the Eagles. News at the top. The Eagles taking it easy on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Today we'll be giving away the big gas cards for the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway. This is the grand finale, and we'll have Jeremy come in, and he'll bring in the gadget on the computer, the wheel that randomly selects the winners. We'll have that for you. So be sure and listen today. That should be exciting and fun. Also, talk a little bit today about Sandhills Open Road Challenge. This is the week. It is coming up, and they'll start checking in this week, getting ready for the race that will begin on Thursday morning up at Halsey to Purdom and back, and then, of course, the shootout on Friday and the original Sandhills Open Road Challenge on Saturdays. We'll be talking a little bit about that this morning, kind of let you know what we're going to be covering there. So keep your dial set right here, Central Nebraska's news source.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Texas Democratic lawmakers are in suburban Chicago to prevent a vote on a Republican redistricting proposal that they say favors the GOP. Texas State Rep Chris Turner.
There was a time when a Texas governor wouldn't be afraid to tell the president, any president, don't mess with Texas. But Greg Abbott is too subservient and too weak to do that to Donald Trump.
California's Gifford Fire has exploded to around 50,000 acres in Los Padres National Forest near Santa Maria. Captain Scott Safechuck says that hundreds of homes are under threat.
A portion of them have been evacuated. They're under a mandatory evacuation, and then the others are under an evacuation warning.
The search enters a fourth day for a military veteran who police say shot to death 4 people in a Montana bar. Shane Charles knows the suspect and says he has a history of mental issues.
He was telling stories that he's John Wick one day, or he was the president's right-hand man.
CBS News Brief, I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
You're not at your house. You're at a lavish seaside estate. You're not walking the dog. You're hunting for clues in an Agatha Christie mystery. See it differently with BritBox. Stream an endlessly entertaining collection of British TV, including new original series, Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
Bit awkward, really. I think I might just have solved a murder.
And Outrageous, a scandalous true story.
Seems there's a political extremist in every family these days.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or 2 half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KSMB, a man is in serious condition after a stabbing in southeast Grand Island on Sunday. At 3:42 a.m., Grand Island police were called to an area near South Eddy Street and Windoff Avenue. When officers arrived, they found a 22-year-old man with multiple stab wounds. He was taken to a local hospital where he remains in serious condition. No arrests have been made in this ongoing investigation. However, police said it didn't seem like a random act of violence. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
Buffalo Bills running back James Cook sat out practice Sunday. He wants a contract extension. Buffalo wide receiver Khalil Shakir is week to week with a high ankle sprain. Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown missed practice with a hamstring injury. Steelers linebacker Alex Highsmith left practice with a groin injury. The 49ers signed veteran wide receiver Robbie Chosen. The Dolphins gave defensive tackle Zach Sealer a 3-year extension. A NASCAR victory for William Byron at Iowa. Chase Briscoe finished second after starting from the pole. Cameron Young was the PGA winner in North Carolina. WNBA victories for New York and Indiana. The Phillies shut out the Tigers 2-0 Sunday night. The Phils are first in the NL East, half game over the Mets, who lost in New York to the Giants 12-4. The Braves beat the Reds 4-2 at Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee. The Dodgers and Padres each won. The Cubs homered in the ninth to beat Baltimore 5-3.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Becoming mainly sunny with fog and spots early. Today, with daytime highs approaching 83. Southerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Tonight, slight chance of severe storms. Lows level off around 64. Slight chance of thunderstorms again. Tomorrow, 86. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situations change? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you.
We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track, no matter what happens. Contact us today at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
6 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Let's go outside with Jack Simpson and find out what it really feels like. Jack, what's it like out there?
Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous feeling. There's a nice breeze out of the south. It's 64 degrees outside under cloudy skies. Winds out of the south from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 3010, humidity 95%. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month will stay at 46 hundredths. High yesterday of 78, overnight low of 64. Sunrise today was at 6:36. Sunset today 8:51. I'm not sure if it's the smoke, if we're still getting that, or if it's just a light fog that's going on.
So a little hazy.
It is.
All right. Now, your chance to wish your mom a happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, Mom. Hope you have a fantastic day. I know you're going to Kearney to do some more training for preschool and all that, so hope you have a great day. She is 47 today, so.
She's just getting started, Jack. 47.
She is.
Yeah, she's a young lady.
She is.
Happy birthday. And her, I forgot, is her name Nicole?
Tina.
Tina. I knew it was the same as somebody in this building.
Yep.
Tina, along with Tina Hurt. All right. Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on a Monday.
Did you know that there are supplemental health insurance policies that enhance your coverage? Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. You're used to hearing me talk about annual enrollments, Medicare, and private health insurance, but dental, vision, accident, cancer, and hospital indemnity plans are available year-round. These affordable coverages can help ease the financial burden when the unexpected happens. Give Lori or myself a call at 308-836-2201 or stop into the office in Callaway or Broken Bow.
Did you just finish pulling weeds from your landscaping project, but unable to stand up straight to enjoy it? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Did you slide into second, but unable to make it home due to a sprained ankle or pulled muscle? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is open at all locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Gothenburg, and Callaway. So don't let that back, neck, shoulder, or leg pain limit you. Give Team Physical Therapy a call at 872-5111.
It's 8:11. You're listening to The Breakfast Show. If you're wondering where Brent is and just tuning in, he is still in Auburn, Nebraska, because he is going to be covering the third game of the American Legion team from this area, Broken Bow and surrounding area, represented by lots of good athletes who are in their third game. They won their first game, lost yesterday to the former last year's state champion. No shame there. So they're hoping to get back on track again today. That game is at 1 o'clock today, and you can hear it right here on KBBN. Brent will be there along. I think he's outside because the guys put up a tarp for him yesterday because they were playing in the rain. You may have heard that, but they got through the game without any delays. Unfortunately, Broken Bow came up short 6-2, so they'll play at 1 o'clock today, and we'll look forward to that coverage for you with Brent Apperson sitting on the bleachers calling the game this afternoon. We told you earlier that we were going to talk a little bit about Boeing. They got a lot of problems these days, as you might know if you read any news at all. They've been in the news for lots of different things, a lot of them for troubles. This one is no different, although this is not a breakdown. This is the Boeing jet builders set to strike. Labor turbulence ahead. About 3,200 Boeing workers who build fighter jets are walking off the job after rejecting a revised 4-year contract. The strike hits sites in Missouri and Illinois, with the union demanding better pay and benefits for the workers who keep our country safe. Boeing offered a 40% wage bump and schedule changes, but for the union, that just wasn't enough. Boeing says it's prepped to keep things flying, but the labor situation looks a bit stormy. Then add that to the flight attendants who are suing Boeing over mid-air panel blowout. You might remember the 4 Alaskan airline flight attendants who were in the plane that had a terrifying stretch there. They're suing Boeing over the 2024 mid-air panel blowout on a 737 MAX 9. The crew members say they suffered physical and emotional trauma and ongoing financial losses after the incident. They accuse Boeing of negligence and ignoring safety red flags. The lawsuit filed in Seattle comes as Boeing faces mounting scrutiny and criminal investigation and damning findings from the NTSB, who say 4 critical bolts were never installed on the plane, and one flight attendant put it plainly, that should have never happened. So those are some things that are going on in Boeing right now that are troublesome for the company, and from the point of fighter jets being built, probably troublesome for the country. We have guests coming in next. Stay tuned.
Wake up to the best.
I never miss a morning.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Looking for banking that fits your lifestyle? At Burning Bank, our online and mobile banking puts the power in your pocket. Check your balance on the go, set spending controls, and stay ahead of fraud with real-time alerts. Pay bills, view transactions, and manage your money anytime, anywhere. Bank smarter, not harder, with Burning Bank. Fast, secure, convenient. It's time to build, grow, and thrive. Call Burning Bank today. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
Farming is a tough business that requires tough equipment. That goes for your irrigation system as well.
which is why an irrigation system from Central Nebraska Diesel, your local Ranke dealer, is built to be durable and reliable. High-strength steel, superior engineering, and an industry-leading 10-year warranty on gearboxes. That is what a Ranke irrigation system is made of. Give the irrigation professionals at Central Nebraska Diesel a call today to find out just how tough they really are. Ranke, more right than rain. And Central Nebraska Diesel, your local irrigation expert.
At Gothenburg Health, we understand that women's health is personal. That's why our clinic and specialty clinic offers comprehensive family practice, obstetric services, and an OBGYN specialist to support you in every stage of a woman's life. From routine exams and prenatal care to specialized treatments, our experienced providers and specialists are here to guide and care for you with the sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
8:16 is your time. I'm excited to say we have a former president here and a president here. We've not had that happen before, I don't believe. Welcome. Broken Bow Rotary represented. Deb McCaslin, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And you brought Ms. Gates, President Gates.
Yes, it is President Colleen.
Colleen Gates is here.
Yes.
All right, guys. Rotary's always busy. Summertime is busy, although it is beginning to wind down a little bit.
Wind down? That's not in our vocabulary.
Well, the season is beginning to wind down. Maybe not your activity.
It's heading more toward now looking forward to school or whatever.
Yeah.
School starting or whatever. The summer can't be over yet.
Well, yeah. When fair's over, then we start looking towards school starting, although Broken Bow will start a little bit late due to the construction, but a lot of the schools will start at regular time. And we have the Sand Hills Open Road Challenge this week, which always tells us we're getting towards the end as well. But you guys are always busy no matter what the season. What would you like to highlight this morning?
Well,
some of the we can kind of start with some of the things that we've been doing in July.
Okay.
We had, of course, the gift for Custer County, the presentation of checks. It was such a wonderful event, and we want to thank the foundation for all that they do. And for the matching funds and for setting this all up and stuff like that. It was a really wonderful event.
It was so cool to see all of Custer County really represented, from Sargent to Anselmo to Arnold to Ansley. I mean, it was because it is the Custer County Foundation, not the Broken Bow Foundation,
right?
And it was just so representative of the body that they represent and serve.
Yeah, there was actually a total of 43 different groups that had signed up and were so that was wonderful.
Yeah, and I mean numbers matter when you're in a fundraising situation, and they certainly pulled through big time there. Was it
$349,000?
I was going to say almost $350,000.
Yeah, it was
that they matched with $50,000. I mean, it was mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
So many good things are going to happen due to that.
Yes, definitely.
That's great. That's great.
So some of the other things we did, we were helping with Crazy Days and we got to hand out the deli bars though, so that was fun.
People like you when you're handing out deli bars. I just like to point that out.
They really do. If you're running for office, if you're going to run for president again, I'd recommend those deli bars.
So when you're handing out deli bars and you're not asking for money at the same time, that is a really cool experience.
That's a great scenario, isn't it?
It is. Some of the other things we did, we were helping with the Teammates Burger Bash. That was last month as well. And we helped with the fundraiser for the playground.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really neat. We had speakers, which were the kids that went to our leadership camp, the Rotary Leadership Camp, the RILA. They were so interesting, and just seeing your youth excited about things, that is great.
Note to self, I should have asked them to come this morning.
Oh.
That would have been great.
They were fantastic. I was so proud of our Broken Bow kids.
Yes, it was a very interesting presentation. You almost didn't want to have them stop presenting, but then
well, that's great. There's so many sharp kids out there, and the ability speak clearly and make their point. That's fun to watch, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, we have so many sports camps and stuff like that, but, you know, even speech camps or some of those, but not too many leadership camps.
That's true. Yeah. It's good
really
to have.
is not.
Yeah.
So we're happy to help sponsor those kids. So that was great. So
coming up this week, we've got Rotary on Wednesday.
Right. At the hospital at noon.
Mm-hmm.
And Jen Schaaf is going to be our speaker.
Oh, I'd like to be there for that.
Oh, you should come. We'll invite you.
I might be in Arnold interviewing race car drivers, but I'd really like to just sit and hear what Jen has to say. And what will she kind of be talking about, do you think?
She's with the Patient Advisory Council and asked to speak to us about that.
This is a new thing the hospital is kicking off. And so we're just really looking forward to hearing about how that will work and how they're going to select their council and really the voice that they want this council to bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I love how community-minded the hospital is, and not just healthcare and everything, but they're listening.
I think that's a good point, Deb. I think since Kyle took over as the CEO, the effort on their part to take in information and do surveys and find out what people are thinking about the hospital and some of the services that you're talking about has really increased, which is good to see.
It's been absolutely wonderful. And the coolest thing is they do a survey and they don't stick it in a drawer.
Yes, there's a saying. There's a saying, don't do a survey if you're not going to do anything with it, right?
Correct. Or like a white paper on the wall, it's like.
Don't ask if you don't want to do anything. So,
yeah,
they haven't shown that they'll take that information and do what they can with it. Certainly, we have to be realistic. We probably have all kinds of things we want, but what do we really need and how can we get it, right?
Yeah, it's going to be I think a great program. So that is at noon at the hospital. We do meet in their community room, which is the large room next to the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
Lunch is available at the cafeteria if you choose. So if you're short on time and you have just an hour from work, you can come up, eat, hear a great speaker at the same time. And then also we'll be doing a check presentation to the Rural Fire Board, which we're really excited about doing that. Mike Conley presented to us several months ago, and we really listened to what he had to say. So we've opted to help support them along with the playground and a few things like that. And then we also have coming up this coming Sunday.
Yeah, we have a benefit, or we're participating with the Lions Club in a benefit for Susie Walker. Mm-hmm. She's had a lot of ongoing medical problems and stuff like that. So we're trying to help support her and her family.
I'm glad you're doing that. I saw the poster that over the weekend somewhere around here, and I thought, Susie has had a lot of health challenges, as you just said, but somehow she's always smiling all the time. So it's time to give her a hand.
Yeah, it really is.
She's always got a great outlook.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's Sunday, you said?
Sunday at 11 o'clock, starting at the Broken Bow Municipal Building. Mm-hmm. It's the Lions Club is putting it on, and we're assisting with them.
Okay.
There'll be some silent auction things and good food always.
Sure.
Yes.
And wonderful camaraderie. So come and bring your neighbors and your friends and your family. You don't have to cook or clean up at
That's
home.
True. On Sunday, that's nice.
Come there before church, after church,
Okay. All right. And that starts what time again? I'm sorry.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. All right.
But they'll be serving for quite a while. I mean, it's not like if you're not there at 11, you're going to miss out.
Right. There'll be a few hours window there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we hope to see you there. And teammates, Colleen, is it okay if I bring up teammates?
Yes, that'd be great.
Okay. We're getting ready to launch our fall push for mentors. We know with Mathea Shoemaker's our new coordinator at the North Park School. She's absolutely fabulous. We've fallen in love with her. She keeps us on track. But we do need mentors. The program starts in 3rd grade, so it's a lot of fun to meet with these elementary kids. and you can meet over the lunch hour. Or actually, we say lunch hour, but it's basically lunch 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Or you can meet them for breakfast.
Oh, that's
if that
good.
doesn't fit into your schedule. And the different classes have different bow time that you can also meet during. So you're not tied to just the lunch hour. We will have a table at North Park on August 27th.
27th, yes.
For the open house.
Okay.
And you can sign up there or contact any of us. Contact Colleen, contact me, contact the school. But we'd love to double our mentors. We do have another reading grant coming in this year, and it has challenged us to add 8 new matches.
Oh, okay.
So we've got our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
I just love the program. As a grandma, it means that I'm in that school once a week, and I get to see the artwork on the walls. And I think the thing that has been so wonderful about North Park, and maybe it's how calm Mr. Behrens is and things like that, but the kids are calm, they're polite. Every so often, a kindergartner will stop and look at me and go, "Will you tie my shoe, please?"
Sure, you will.
Sure. If you will help me up once I get down on the floor. But it's just fun learning about the school and keeping up with the school. When your own kids graduate, you swear up and down, "I'm going to continue to go these games," but you don't do it.
Yes, true.
You
That's
don't.
very true.
Until your grandkids come along,
Exactly.
and then
Yeah. But it's just, do you feel the same way, Colleen? I absolutely look forward to my meeting time each week.
Yeah, it is great, and it's not like you have to do anything special. We play games. Sometimes we'll sit around and just talk, but we play games. We do a lot of things like that.
Now, Tina's the crafty one. She works here, and she brings in crafts to do with hers.
Oh, that Tina.
She's amazing.
Well, she likes that sort of thing for sure, and I'm sure there's many mentors out there that all bring something different to the table.
I don't bring crafts.
I wouldn't either.
I am a game player, though, so it's okay.
Yeah, sometimes the problem is with some of the games you really want to play, or they want to play, you don't have the time to do it.
Right, because
So
you got
have
35 minutes.
Yeah, so you have to choose some of the games because you have to eat during that time as well. So
We have taken a picture of the board.
Have you
And
really?
continued that the following week, and we get in and we set it up just the way we left it.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
So
But anyway, we invite you, and this is teammates in Rotary and Broken Bow are joined at the hips. We continue to sponsor that organization.
And as I remember with teammates, I know some people may be reluctant because there is a little process you have to go through for the safety of the kids, and everything should be that way. To make sure all the right people to get together. So there's a little process, but it's not real difficult, I don't think.
No, we do run a background check that's mandated by the organization, but I wouldn't want it any other way. We need to have some assurances for the parents that when they sign their child up that we've done our due diligence on the person that they're paired with.
And as I remember, most all the time is spent at the school, but sometimes I think there's been a couple field trips or something like that.
we can have the kids, we can take them off of there with parents' permission for an event of some kind. We've met, we've gone to football games,
Volleyball games.
We've gone to the theater.
Sure.
Picnics, some things like that. But for the most part, everything needs to be done at the school.
And it's just school year.
Yes, just during the year.
So for a mentor that is thinking about it out there, don't panic. It's school year
only. Yes.
So you get the summer off, and
yes,
as quickly as that goes, you get it off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems so many other events going on, and if you have to miss a week, that's fine. We want to have them meet, fairly regular with their students, but we all understand that you can't meet every week.
Sure.
There's things going on in your life as well.
And so if the student is sick and can't be at school or something like that, the school will call you.
they'll let you know.
Need to let you know that your mentor's not in school today. She called in sick. Or if you can't be there, you call the school and they let your mentee know so that she's not standing in the hallway waiting for you.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to do that once last year, so I won't say anything.
And I still travel, and I let the school know, and I let my mentee know, and then we circle on a calendar the day I'll be back, and it works just fine.
Yeah, if I have to be gone, I will let my mentee know, at least a couple of times before, so they remember. And sometimes they'll still forget and wonder why I'm not there, and then it kind of dawns on them that yes, she said she was going to be gone.
And I actually meet with my mentee and two of her friends.
Two friends along with her.
Friends. So we usually have 4 playing a game, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd grade through high school, right?
Through high school, yes.
Okay, so if some people are geared to be able to work with little ones, some are better with junior high, so you
Yeah, and once you start with a mentee, you usually will follow with them all the way until they graduate, or...
I actually had one that I followed through until she graduated from college.
That's great.
Yes.
All right.
A lot of years.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is an open house. When is that again?
The school's open house is August 27th.
27th, okay.
At least the North Park one, and I'm assuming that's for all schools or whatever, but that'll be there. We'll have a place there. We can sign up both mentees and mentors.
All right.
So if parents and students want to stop by, they can pick up an application there as well. And the
open house, runs from 5 to 7:30. I had to look it up because I didn't remember.
How could we remember that far? 27th, and that's your time frame. And you're welcome to just come ask some questions.
Yes, definitely. Also, they can, especially the mentors, can go out and look on the teammates' website, and you can even fill out an application there.
Mm-hmm.
That's sometimes the easiest way of doing it is just go out there, fill it out.
Get started.
Teammates.org. Yeah, just remember to check Broken Bow chapter.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hint, right?
Hint, yes.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit before we close about anything else you had to talk about, but I know one of the things that we like to highlight is membership to the Broken Bow Area Rotary is not hard to get into the Rotary as well. So we encourage you to come to these monthly meetings is, I think, a good way to see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And we do invite people just to try us out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you sign in the door, walk in the door, we're not going to hand you a sheet of paper that says sign here. Well, I probably will, but you can take it home.
Okay.
Just, try us out.
Okay. All right. Very good. Was there anything else, Colleen, that you wanted to talk about?
If anyone wants to come to the August 20th meeting, also Brian Palmer from the Custer County Ag Society is going to give us kind of a report on the fair and see if there's anything that we can do more for them.
Oh, that's great. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he is also the president.
Yes. He is.
And they just concluded the fair, and they did change some schedules up a little this year, and I think we'll see how people felt that went with it. We're all a little resistant to change, so we'll see how that happens. Okay. Thanks, ladies, for coming in. Appreciate it very much, and thanks to the Broken Bow Rotary for working with other organizations and the communities in this area. It's also a county-wide effort, so we appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
All right, quick word. We'll be right back.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
It's gonna be a good day.
Every morning.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Don't let falling behind on your spraying affect your yield. Now is the time to book fungicide and insecticide applications on corn and soybeans with Aero Aviation. Not only can you fight disease, but you can improve plant health at the same time, increasing yields. Easily control insects like grasshoppers, rootworms, beetles, and western bean cutworms with the help of Aero Aviation. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim with Aero Aviation at 872-5113 to talk about your options.
The right approach to care makes all the difference. And at Broken Bow Dental, that means staying true to the values that matter most to this community. Dr. Casey McLeod and her team build lasting relationships, knowing every patient by name. She also listens, making certain your treatment is the right fit. And with advanced technology, the team at Broken Bow Dental streamlines care, completing procedures in fewer visits so you can get back to what matters most. Located right off Highway
Wow, what a great sound. The Grateful Dead and Touch of Grey, We Will Survive. Well, we lost an icon, TV icon. Lonnie Anderson passed away at the age of 79, best known as the glamorous receptionist Jennifer Marlowe on WKRP in Cincinnati. Passed away at the age of 79, just 2 days before her 80th birthday. Her family says she passed in Los Angeles after a prolonged illness and was surrounded by loved ones. A Golden Globe and Emmy nominee, Anderson was known for her work in film, theater, and also an advocate for lung health. She'll be remembered as a TV legend and a true class act. Yes, Jennifer Marlowe on WKRP, and she was quite a character on the show and portrayed by the wonderful actress Lonnie Anderson, who passed away this past weekend. Good to have you aboard. Here's Chuck Prophet for you on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. First came the thunder.
State Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
It is 8:53. Scotty is here. Scotty Ross with Custer County Economic Development. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, right now I'm just going to put some pressure on you, Scotty. I just have to do it.
Great.
I just feel like there's got to be, we're in the media business here, as you know. This is a radio station, and we're always looking for the hottest breaking story, the coup, the story that no one else has.
The tea.
Yeah.
You may come in here and spill the tea.
Yeah, spill the milk here. No, I always tease you and others that were in your position over the years, because I think people have the misconception sometimes that Custer County Economic Development or any development group has a breaking story at any moment, and most of the things that you do take time and take a lot of efforts and communications with different entities to make it happen. So I forgive you.
Yes, well, thank you. You're always the first to know. You're the Monday morning, first.
Well, that's
first
true.
Is,
we have that
first
advantage.
Is first. I was presenting program income reports to the Custer County supervisors last week, and they pulled me aside, and they'll always ask me, well, are you working on this? And we hear a lot about this, and it's like, there's things in the works. Yes, I understand. I realize that's an issue, or I realize there's demand for this or that. And so we are working on things, but we always do welcome input from folks that have opinions or feel strongly about something that there is a need for in our community. So
I guess it wouldn't hurt anything to receive tips on what's going on, because you can't know everything. And those tips might help you assist somebody who doesn't maybe think about what you can do for them, possibly. Let's underline that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that we don't do a lot of in this community, in Broken Bow, it's a little easier in the smaller communities like Callaway and Arnold. Everybody knows everybody, and you go to the coffee shop and you can pretty much gather a pretty sound, evaluation of the neighborhood. But, town hall meetings, community surveys, when we put stuff out on Facebook, I'll follow a lot of the things. Sometimes the radio stations will put a post out, what do you think about this? Or what do we need for a new food establishment? And so, we do always welcome input from the community. Yeah. And volunteers, and get involved. I mean, that's the best way to mold your community into something that you feel like it should be, is volunteer for these organizations and get involved in developing. The North Park Inclusive Playground Committee is one example of some very passionate folks in the community that see a need, and they're just running for it. They're not just sitting back and saying, we need this. They're actually going out and doing something about it. So
well said. I think those kinds of people don't mind being under the radar as to who they are. They just want to get it done.
Right.
And that's great. I find it, and it never really has changed, but as you go through life, you kind of watch when somebody stumbles a little bit, maybe something that they hope would happen didn't happen, or maybe they made a mistake of some kind to make it not happen. And I always get a kick out of when you hear a conversation and you have somebody that's not involved, but they go, well, I would have done it this way. That's so easy to say when you're not involved.
Right.
When you get involved, it's always more complicated and more of a challenge than you think it is until you get there, right?
Yeah, once you get out. I always, I appreciate the phrase, don't take constructive criticism from somebody who is not constructing anything themselves. But that's really the only way you learn to navigate problem solving, is you fail forward. You try different things, and the biggest way to success is to just not stop trying until you do find that solution.
So the wheels of progress are they always turn a little bit slower than we'd like, but I know that you guys got some things in the works. Some of the things that you're doing show themselves, such as the addition up by the hospital, and I drive by that and I see all the street work that's been done, and I see red flags and last sticks put in the ground. So progress must be continuing there.
Yes, we have kind of but what's finishing things up behind the scenes, a meeting with the city and coordinating with the county and some of the other folks on the Eagle Crest project for the housing development, just seeing, okay, what are the final I's to dot and T's to cross before we can just really move these lots and start digging basements and really see the progress up there. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be a nice
I had a board
addition.
member the other day that I'm fairly close with, so we have a lot of candid conversations, but he said CEDC needs to do something big or we're gonna lose some of the momentum that we have. And I'm like, excuse me, there's a 31 lot housing development going up over here in this corner. But it is true. Sometimes, from the outside looking in, it's like, well, what are we doing? So that's why I like to get here. I like to put information out on Facebook, and there really are a lot of wheels turning in the background as we're working on things.
Well, I don't want to embarrass you, but I do want to mention that the bikers, the bicyclists that came through, I don't want to say bikers because we've got bikers coming through now.
Right, different kind of bikers.
The bicyclists that came through this summer, and the weather didn't cooperate. It got rained on and flooded and the whole. But you and Mackenzie kind of took a step that I think people should notice. You knew they were coming, and you knew that there was some work to be done, and you guys stepped forward and helped make that happen with the chamber and others. So sometimes you do things, and I don't want to embarrass you, but thank you for doing that because I don't know, somebody's got to get it kind of rolling, and you did that.
Right. It was just kind of like new to everybody on this committee. And the committee was formed a little later than maybe it should have been. And so we all felt like we were kind of picking up the pieces. But we made the best of it. And, sometimes your best laid plans don't even matter when severe weather rolls through, but the city really stepped up at the last minute too. But and that's another part of just being a community, is just having people like Mackenzie and Stephanie, and Darren stepped up, Dave stepped up, Craig Safranek, all those people, they're just here, and they're cornerstones of the community that you just know you can go to when you need them. And that's a huge part of having a successful community.
Yeah, sure is. So what's happening? What did you want to mention? There's a program kind of underway that you talked about off the air. Can you talk about that on the air? Sure.
Well, we've been in conversations with the UNK Business and Technology Department. So Mandy Sand is a director in that department, and she reached out to us and a few other rural communities. She's from Bertrand, so she's passionate about keeping these rural communities alive, and she recognizes that, you can come back to Broken Bow, Nebraska and have a successful career after graduating from UNK. And she wants to make sure that the students that are in that program are making connections with some of these rural communities, whether it's through, job fairs or, internships in places like Broken Bow. So it's a brand new pilot program that UNK is doing with their business and technology department. And so we're kind of navigating it, but it's exciting to be part of the planning. So we can help her build it into something we feel like will be very successful for our community in Custer County. So we have in the last couple weeks, Mackenzie's been lining up just teams, like Zoom meetings with different employers around, and just getting a feel for what employers in Broken Bow and Custer County are looking for, whether that's interns or, where's the demand for workforce. What can we do to get involved and establish some relationships that way? Because the demand for workforce is always real in rural Nebraska. I mean, there's a lot of positions where you're excited if you get one applicant, and you pray that they're qualified.
Yes.
So I'm excited about this pilot program, but the reason I wanted to mention it on air is I don't want to leave any employers out. We've reached out to several, and members are usually my first go-tos. But if there's a little business in Callaway or Sargent that I'm not thinking of, like I want to get the word out and have folks reach out to us.
Okay.
If they're interested in setting up a meeting and just being part of the conversation.
All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. Yes, we all as businesses would like to hire somebody who knows exactly what to do when they walk in the door. It just doesn't usually work that way.
Doesn't always. It takes a little bit of work, but a phrase that I heard when I worked at the bank was, what if we invest all this time and money in training these young people and they don't stay? And the other side of that question that I think is more important is, what if you don't and they do?
Yeah.
It's very important to invest in these young people, and even if they don't stay with the same business for 30 years after they move here, I'm a prime example. I'm still here. As long as you can get them involved in the community and establish some roots with them, they're going to benefit your community no matter what.
Yeah,
which in turn benefits your business.
Exactly. If they leave your business and they go to work for somebody else, that's a benefit still to the community. Or if they leave your business and happen to think maybe it's time to start a business of their own because they have the ability to do that, that's a huge thing. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Well, get out to the Red Barn. The weather's beautiful. The landscaping out there is beautiful. Mackenzie and I are out there from time to time, and if not, there's much better volunteers than us that you could visit with as well. So always like to promote that. Our next Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway board meeting is going to be over at Old Ironsides in Caro, so I'm excited about that.
That will be interesting.
Coming up next week. So.
Well, I know that the people who volunteer out at the Red Barn benefit greatly. My wife, Joan, and Jan, they go together, like you and Mackenzie. Joan always comes home with a couple of stories about who stopped by and where they're from and what they like about this area. Some real interesting people and stories coming through town.
It is very cool, and I'm always curious to hear what brings people here.
Yeah. And from far, far away in some cases.
Absolutely, different countries or,
travel.
Usually a lot of them are traveling from one side of the country to the other, and they've just picked an alternate route to go to or from, which is just kind of fun.
Yeah, interesting. So if you are listening out there, and maybe not this year, maybe next year, they can always use volunteers out at the barn, and there's nothing to it really. Rick checks on you. He's always making sure everything's good. So
he can't help himself. I always tell Mackenzie when she's headed out, you'll probably see Rick at the beginning or the end or both of your shift. But another thing is, if there's any teachers out there listening that want to line up a tour with some students, I know school's a little ways out yet. Or daycares that want to bring their kids through. There's a lot of interesting things that the kids can absorb there, historical things and cultural, educational things. So.
Yeah, and one of these days down the road there'll be a old schoolhouse, one-room schoolhouse there that the school kids can go out and go, gosh, maybe my grandpa or grandma went to school like that.
Yeah, I think the one and you may know more about this than me, but the one down by Holdridge, they have a one-room schoolhouse there, and I thought that they used to host a day where the students would come out and dress like the times, right?
Oh, really?
And have school in that one-room schoolhouse. So I'm dreaming up things like that might be fun for, a third grade class or something.
Just one thing, Scotty, don't make the adults take the 8th grade graduation test. I have a copy of one of the schools here. It's tough.
That could be I don't know why I'm thinking a fundraiser opportunity. If you don't pass the test, you have to donate $50 or something.
Well, get out your billfolds.
Get your checkbook.
Yeah. Thanks, Scotty.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Custer Economic Development Group doing good things. Stay tuned. News, and then we're going to give away some gas money here today. Stay tuned.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Texas Governor Greg Abbott threatens to remove Democratic lawmakers who left the state to prevent a Republican redistricting plan vote. Democratic Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker arranged the lawmakers' Illinois stay.
You've had to leave behind your families, your full-time jobs, your communities, and you did it to protect the voting rights of the people that you represent and voters all across this nation.
Over 3,000 people who make fighter jets at Boeing are on strike over wages and work schedules. Worker Keith Gallup.
Most companies will not give pensions anymore. It'd be nice to help increase the 401k.
2 emaciated Israeli hostages being held by Hamas are shown in a video as Hamas says it will allow the Red Cross to visit the hostages. CBS's Robert Berger.
Hamas hasn't allowed the Red Cross to visit throughout the war because that could expose the hiding place and tunnels where those hostages are being held.
CBS News Brief, I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on home and auto insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your house sitter has the new code first before leaving for vacation.
System lockout.
But that's the code!
Contacting authorities.
I'm out of here.
Oh, seriously, the car too?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a home and auto bundle that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Potential savings vary. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
Buffalo Bills running back James Cook sat out practice Sunday. He wants a contract extension. Buffalo wide receiver Khalil Shakir is week to week with a high ankle sprain. Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown missed practice with a hamstring injury. Steelers linebacker Alex Highsmith left practice with a groin injury. The 49ers signed veteran wide receiver Robbie Chosen. The Dolphins gave defensive tackle Zach Sealer a 3-year extension. A NASCAR victory for William Byron at Iowa. Chase Briscoe finished second after starting from the pole. Cameron Young was the PGA winner in North Carolina. WNBA victories for New York and Indiana. The Phillies shut out the Tigers 2-0 Sunday night. The Phils are first in the NL East, half game over the Mets, who lost in New York to the Giants 12-4. The Braves beat the Reds 4-2 at Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee. The Dodgers and Padres each won. The Cubs homered in the ninth to beat Baltimore 5-3.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Becoming mainly sunny with fog and spots early. Today, with daytime highs approaching 83. Southerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Tonight, slight chance of severe storms. Lows level off around 64. Slight chance of thunderstorms again. Tomorrow, 86. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
RTA's Hardware is your connection for projects large to small. But there's so much more than hardware. Visit them for grills, smokers, home decor, countertop appliances, and outdoor living items, in addition to what you need for your projects. RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow.
9:11 is your time. Good to have you along. Don't forget, before we close the show, we're going to have the grand finale, the drawings for the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway today for you folks who got the code and got entered. And those of you who even won $50 cards are eligible today as well. So keep it right here. 65 and cloudy. Winds out of the south 5 to 10. Barometric pressure steady right now at 30-10. Humidity at 94%. Yesterday's high 78. Currently 65 and cloudy. No measurable precipitation overnight. 4600ths for the month. All right, back to music for just a bit now. The latest from Jason Usbell. Ride to Roberts off his Foxes in the Snow LP.
fun of SOAR Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
9:17 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on a Monday. Let's take time for a moment to thank the businesses who make our video stream available to you. They include Culligan, Custer County Foundation, Designs of Distinction, Ferreter Auto Parts, along with Grand Generation Manor, Hunter's Towing, Ideal Realty, Off-Broadway Assisted Independent Living, Quality Senior Villages, Ross Electric and Heritique, Runza in Broken Bow, and V-Bar Trailer Sales. Thank you very much. The girls are in the studio.
They're
I should say the ladies are in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
And
Good morning.
Now Jeremy's in the studio. So this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Our card winners are coming up. The Gas Up the Good Life fuel giveaway. Do you ladies have some folks you want to thank?
Yeah, we can go through our list of sponsors that have helped us to bring you this fuel giveaway. At some point during this contest, all of these sponsors have played a part in helping to do this. So it's Bow Family Furniture, Grocery Cart, Trotters, RTA's Hardware, Nebraska State Bank, Gateway Motors, Power Solutions, Winquist, Broken Bow Auto Parts, which was formerly CarQuest, Palmer Monument, Chapin's Interior, Callaway District Hospital, along with the medical clinics, Mead Lumber, Dairy Queen, BD, A1 Auto, Govier Brothers, and Kincaidor.
Thank you, businesses.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a nice list of businesses, and you hear their name quite a bit. They sponsor a lot of things, went through the fair and everything, and I know it's goes without saying that they get asked a lot to do lots of different things with lots of different groups, including radio stations, so appreciate that. Tina?
Yeah.
You good over there? You all right?
I'm good. I'm hiding from your camera back here.
We can see you, but not all of you.
That's okay.
I've been thinking about changing over the microphone setup here and going with the little short mic so you can't hide behind the booms there.
Or the ones that mount on top of the booms.
Yeah.
So you can still get them close to you.
Yeah. But I don't know for sure. Then we'd have holes in the table where these are mounted that would be kind of ugly. So I don't know.
We could get something that mounts over the top of the holes.
Yeah, a big mount.
Yeah.
Big mount. Oh, this has been a great promotion. I think, guys, jump in here because it's a new way for listeners to participate without having to call in and do that sort of thing. Jeremy, I think people have the entries alone show that people liked it.
Yeah, we were over 2,500 entries by the time we wrapped up. So, some of those, some people entered 25 plus times themselves, or sometimes they only had one or two. I would say a majority of people had maybe 3 or 4 entries. But we had some people that likely didn't miss a single entry opportunity that really want to win this. So I think it worked well for however much involved people wanted to be.
Yeah, and a big thank you to Trotters Will and Go West, because Jason is the bomb.
There you go. I like that. He should start using that.
I know. I'm not sure he likes it, and he's bigger than me, so I'm just going to shoot it out that one time.
There you go.
Yeah.
And my understanding is you can use this on gas, or you can use this, they're basically gift cards that you can use at Trotter's location. So whatever that looks like for you, just go ahead and use it that way.
And to my understanding, it was all Trotters in our area. So they used, Trotter Inc. was the main head of it, and they used from each area, basically.
So they all contributed out
Sergeant,
of their budget?
Myrna, yep. They all helped out with this.
Okay. Now, the cards, can they be used all around, or they? Okay, so not just at Trotters West.
Correct.
Okay, I think I've been misinforming the public on that. So,
well, it's all right. What better time to learn about it than right before you win it?
Yeah, that's the important part, I guess. All right, how are you going to do this?
Well, we're just going to click and spin, and should we do the $1,000 winner first?
That's always my thinking. The first one chosen is the luckiest.
Okay.
That's my thinking. But I don't care.
Yeah, but when you were young and you had to sit on the bench, you were the last one picked. That kind of sucks.
So, whatever you want.
I feel you.
Okay. Well, we can do the $1,000, and then, I don't know, I guess out of 2,500 people, if you won the $500 and then you're out.
Still not a bad prize.
Yeah, it's still not.
Just to
too
be
bad,
one of the winners is lucky enough.
Yes. Yeah, okay. All right. We're going to film this, and we'll put this on our Facebook page, too. But here we go. $1,000 winner first.
Okay.
Gas up the good life. Here we go. We'll click to spin. Look at that wheel. It's got so many slots on it. Your $1,000 winner is Shelly Sheets. Woo! Okay, now I'm going to click this Remove All Instances button. Or should we leave Shelly in there and see if she would have won the $500 as well? Let's do that. That'd be kind of fun.
Gosh, there's no
Even though
way.
she's not eligible, we'd have to respin, but that'd be she'd be really lucky. Okay, here we go. $500 winner.
Spinning wheel. Oh.
Bar Booten.
Oh, Bar Booten.
There we go. Our $1,000 and $500 winners to go along with our four $50 winners that we chose throughout the promotion.
Yeah, and Barb, don't let Ron have any of that gas.
Right.
All right.
And they'll each get a KCNI hat.
Isn't there
as
one
well.
more five? Okay, there wasn't an. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that
You-
was.
you
They were
wanna fund it?
250s. No, that's
is
right. I
what they
forgot
were.
there was just one five.
Christy, there's not another one.
I don't know why I was thinking there was two of them. I think it was the 50s that I was forgetting.
Yeah, we had already done the 50s, so.
Yep.
Well, congrats. That's great.
Yep.
Super good.
Now we'll look into our next promotions going forward. We got Sork around the corner, and beyond that, got some other things in the works. So,
Is Brent going to come back? If the tournament is over for him, do you think he'll actually come back? I think he's having a good time down there.
I hope he does. We need his help for Sork.
Yeah, we do. Well, he'll be back on the air at 1 o'clock today, or a little before 1, and hopefully Broken Bow, or the American Legion Post, can pull off another win and stay in the tournament. But that will be at 1 today.
They really hung around with the tough Hickman team yesterday.
They
I was
did.
really impressed by their play. Well, like Brent said, when you are going against the state champion 2 out of the last 3 years, you know that they've got a lot of
They're good.
good players. They're good, and to stick around in that game and never really be out of it was commendable. But I know they wanted the win, and I know they're going to come out ready for this game.
All right. That's at 1 today. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. The Mavericks with Nicole Atkins, close by, visit often. The name of that cut for you to conclude the show. But don't go away. Lots of good rock coming your way on KBBN 95.3 FM. And Jack Simpson's ready to roll some country for you over on KCNI 1280 AM, 96.3 FM, online at KCNI1280.com. Thanks for listening. Congratulations to our winners. Be listening for more details on new things that are coming around the corner for you to participate in on KCNI, KBBN, maybe win some more prizes. And don't forget, we'll be covering Sork this week and more baseball coming your way as well. So have a good one.